A magnitude 5.7 earthquake hits the Wasatch Front, followed by dozens of aftershocks.
It's definitely going to take a county building assessor before we let anybody back in.
Just miles from the epicenter, the damage in Magna and how people living there are getting by.
Threw me up, kind of up in the air, and my wife grabbed me and screamed.
Plus, where you can go if you do need to evacuate.
Concern near Kennecott Smelter after the earthquake caused a chemical spill. What we're learning about efforts to contain it.
And how state and local leaders are responding to the earthquake.
The good news for all of us is we've been preparing for this for a long time.
What they want you to know coming up.
And then there was an earthquake. As if coronavirus wasn't enough, the shaking caused damage in various places along the Wasatch Front. The 5.7 magnitude tremor hit this morning at 7:09, centered near Magna. We have live team coverage this afternoon.
Fox 13's Adam Herbets is covering an earthquake-related chemical leak at the Kennecott Smelter. Sydney Glenn is at the Red Cross Evacuation Center at Taylorsville High School, and Ben Winslow is following how state and local leaders are responding.
But we begin with Lauren Steinbrecher on Main Street in Magna, where there is damage to some of those historic buildings, Lauren.
Yeah, Bob and Kelly, and this is an area that was pretty close to the epicenter. One of the towns closest to the epicenter. You can see, the entire street here, Magna Main Street, is completely blocked off right now. And you can see some of that damage spanning across the entire sidewalk. No surprise with all of these historic buildings that they would crumble so easily. All along Magna's Main Street, pieces of brick and debris have crumbled to the ground. The building's too unsafe to go inside. The heart of this town is shut down for who knows how long.
My first thought is get down here and see what's going on.
Those who own these historic early 1900s buildings knew the shaking wouldn't end well. Unified Fire says they evacuated more than a dozen buildings in a 6-block section of Main Street after the quake hit. Thankfully, no one hurt. Some buildings and businesses are worse off than others.
Everything in our lives is this restaurant, and it's just like getting kicked in the face when we're down.
For the restaurants and bars, which already closed because of COVID-19, this is yet another crisis.
It was emotional, because we don't know if we have the means to come back.
County workers and the fire department walked building to building, really taking a full look at the scope of the damage, as the owners wait to see how much the damage will cost them. Now, one thing that happened just this evening, they went door to door putting notices up. You can see on the Copper Miner Saloon, one of the bars here on Main Street, a red notice saying that building is unsafe to enter. Next door, there's a green piece of paper on the front and green next door to that. So they've gone door to door saying what's okay to go in and what's not okay to go in. So now, of course, figures out how much is it going to take and how long is it going to take to get back to normal here. Live in Magna, Lauren Steinbrecher, Fox 13 News, Utah.
All right, Lauren, thanks so much. Several people in West Valley City woke up in their own homes for possibly the last time today. Several mobile homes were destroyed at Western Estates near 7148 West Arabian Way in West Valley. Fox 13's Sydney Glenn spoke with some of the people whose homes were damaged. Sydney, what did they have to say?
Well, as you can imagine, they're upset. A really tough morning for a lot of people. Crews still out here right now trying to fix what they can. Dozens of people without a home tonight. You know what they say, life can change in an instant.
It felt like the ground actually dropped out from underneath me, and it was a big boom.
The 5.7 magnitude earthquake did more than shake these trailers. It shook the people who call these home.
It threw me up, kind of up in the air, and my wife grabbed me and screamed, and all I could do is put her under me and wait for everything to stop.
Take a look around this house.
There's nothing left on the walls.
The Tuno's belongings scattered across the floor.
Our cupboards are all open. There's food all over.
But they consider themselves some of the lucky ones. These pink signs now keeping people out of their homes.
These guys, their house is condemned. The one next to me, their foundation is busted in the back.
But through this trying time comes something beautiful. People helping people.
No, I told her, if need be, call me if there's stuff that you need.
It makes you have faith in humanity.
And while the shaking hasn't stopped yet,
I've been feeling them all day, and it's just a nerving thing.
this community isn't letting their loyalty for each other change one bit.